Sam Barrett, you're right there. Tasha, is Tasha here?
We had about 81.6% of our students who were administered and took the assessment online.
Maryland assesses Park, makes changes, pushes ahead.
Our LEAs in our districts really stepped up to the plate.
The state expected 25 to 30, but 81% of students tested online. New student board member Quinn Wondolowski took the Park English 10.
And I had a great experience. I love their inclusion of the multimedia, whether that be listening or visual videos. People are different learners, and I like it a lot.
Maryland says online testing saved $2.5 million.
A lot of the issues and concerns that were part of the field test,
The state listened closely during Park's trial run.
we feel were mitigated as a result, and it doesn't overburden teachers in this process.
With the length of the test at issue, Maryland collapsed 2 test windows to 1. It sliced 90 minutes from both English and math, and it says it maintained Park's integrity.
We got feedback from the field. We've changed it to 1 administration of the test. We've shortened the test, and people are more relieved about that. And we gave that 2-year waiver reprieve for both our educators and our students.
What's the issue or concern? What's the analysis? What's the status?
Looking forward, board members want an ongoing Park checklist.
So that we as a board can understand what the waterfront of issues are and what's being done, but also for the public.
Report to us monthly, I would say, on that, so that it becomes part of the public documentation.
Sure.
One of the next steps in the board is to get through the standard setting.
State Superintendent Lillian Lowry says setting cut scores is next.
Then after those standards, those levels have been set by the consortium, the next step would be that the state board would determine graduation requirements. Do we go with the levels exactly as college and career ready, or do we have a transitional phase of based on our student performance?
And then, Lowry says, the state will determine its future regarding Park to be sure it is the right measure of college and career readiness.
We feel that we've made strides in making sure that these programs are signing up.
More than 5,000 state child care programs, just over half, now participate in Maryland Excels. Started 2 years ago, Maryland Excels rates early childhood programs.
A tiered system where the lowest level is 1 and the highest level of quality being defined is level 5.
Maryland wants to establish a continuous program improvement process, and it wants to make it easier for parents to find quality child care.
How are we engaging them if they are not the kind of parent who will go to the website, who will try to keep updated?
For those families that are not in any way engaged with any of our programs, then the Judy Centers have a particular role to reach out in their attendance area of their school.
Right.
The state reaches out via the Judy Centers, libraries, and child care support staff to make information available. And after year 1 of the new kindergarten readiness assessment test, the state has listened to teachers and made a number of changes. Chief among them, a shorter test.
As of last night, our spending is at 98% overall. The LEAs are completely expended, 100% out.
So the bottom line is we spent all $250 million. Yes. We did not give back $1 yet.
In board briefs, nearly all the race to the top money has been spent.
We really appreciate that.
Thank you, Dr. Lowry.
Maryland says goodbye to Ned Sparks and hello to Andy Warner, new head of the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association. Sparks retires after 34 years.
I also believe in working as a team.
Longtime educator Guthrie Smith takes the reins as new president of the Maryland Board of Education.
This board shows an absolute commitment to the students of the states, and to me that's the highest priority.
James Gates is vice president.
I am very grateful to have the opportunity to serve in this way.
Michelle Guyton joins the board, as does Quinn Wondolowski, the student member heard earlier. This has been News from the Board July with MSDE TV.